All right, everybody. So, kind of getting late in the season. As you can see, we've harvested the supers off of the top of the honeycomb here in the hive, rather, and we've harvested the honey. We're bottling it up as gifts for our customers. And so what remains here are these bottom two boxes here, and that's where the queen is, and that's where she'll stay all winter. And we've got a sugar feeder up top. If I remember, I'll show that to you guys in a little bit. But one of the things we have to do is, as the bees are flying around all summer long, harvesting pollen and nectar from the flowers, they pick up these little mites. And these little mites are like blood-sucking mites, and they literally will attach themselves to the bees. The bees bring them back to the hive, and then they infect the hive. And what they'll do is they attach themselves to the larva and will actually deform the bees, like create deformed wings, and also basically they're blood-sucking mites. And so in order to kind of keep the hive healthy through the winter so that it makes it to next season, we treat the bees with this product here. It's an all-natural wood bleach. So it's gentle enough that it doesn't harm the bees, but it's harsh enough that it actually kills all the mites, which is great. And so it's really fun because this bottom board here, we can pull it out after we've treated them, and you can see all the little red specks that are the killed mites that just kind of fall into the bottom of the bee boxes here. So again, this doesn't harm the bees, but it's harsh enough that it kills the mites. And then these two lower boxes here that have been treated, we don't harvest any honey from here, okay? So we only harvest honey from the supers that we put atop this, because we don't want to give anybody any honey that's been treated. Even though it's safe, I think it creates an off taste is really the chief complaint. So I'm going to go ahead and treat the bees here. It's with this wood bleach, this all natural wood bleach, and then there's this little electric heating element here that once I insert it into the center of the hive, I'll block off the entrance, and basically this heats up and then vaporizes this wood bleach into the hive, and away we go. So we'll see how that goes. So we're just going to insert it here gently into the center. As you can see, I'm not wearing any protection today. You know, these ladies are super docile and friendly, and they're not threatened by me at all. Again, you know, bees are not these stinging, angry creatures that everyone thinks they are. And then I'm going to put this wet rag over the entrance, wet just to kind of help seal it and keep them in. So I'm going to gently put this down, tuck it in here. Be careful not to squish any of the ladies. We got this really bungled up electrical connections here that we're going to have to repair soon. All right. You see the bees are even, buzzing all around me. They're bumping up against me and everything, and they're just fine. So let's close this down here a little bit more. All right, and then we just let it sit for about 5 minutes. So while we're letting it treat, I'll show you kind of the sugar feeder we put on top. Apologize for the shaky camera here. You can see above the attic here, we've put this little circular sugar feeder. And what it does is allows the bees to come up and drink some sugar water if they're hungry. And this has actually been in there, this actual batch of just kind of sugar water has been in there for couple weeks now, and they haven't eaten it down. We've put sugar water in these hives before, and they've, you know, drank it down in just a matter of days. So again, what that tells us is that this is a really healthy hive, and that they're full and they're happy. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. I'll cover that back up. Also wanted to show everybody this entrance board here. This is an entrance reducer. So if you saw before I put the rag in, it was just kind of this wide open slot. And during the summer, when they want to cool the hive off, we want to leave this open as much as possible. And then as it begins to cool off, we'll insert this wood in the slot here to kind of reduce the opening. One, to help them keep it warmer in there, because they actually generate heat during the winter to keep themselves warm. And then two, it also helps them, as the whole hive becomes more docile, it helps them defend the hive against things like yellow jackets. The yellow jackets come up here because they know that that's a pot of gold in there, and they'll try to sneak into the hive. And so when it gets really cold, we'll put this reducer in to where just a couple bees at a time can just hang out the entrance, and again, it also helps the hive stay warm. All right, so that's long enough. If you were really watching closely, you may have noticed kind of some smoke kind of coming out the entrance here. So go ahead and turn this off, pull it out. These ladies come and go freely. You can kind of see the smoke, if you will, coming out of there. Again, other than the heating element itself that vaporizes that wood bleach, the wood bleach is safe for the bees, but the mites don't like it. In fact, I think that might be the queen right there. Get back in there, lady. Okay, close this up. Again, I'm going to put this entrance reducer in. There. Did all that barehanded. I don't know if you saw the queen, she kind of snuck out a little bit. Hopefully she sticks around. So, all right, that's all we have for today, everybody. Thanks for watching.